Alright, welcome back to Pac-Manufactured, a series all about Pac-Man clones. In this episode we're taking a look at, well, it's either called HeavyPac or Pac-Man, or it just doesn't have a name, and it's by an unknown developer released for the PC in 2014. Yeah, it's a bit unclear as to what's going on with the title here. The folder itself is called HeavyPac, the title at the top of the window is Pac-Man, and the title screen has no title on it whatsoever. So yeah, a bit weird. Anyway, the game itself, interestingly, is rendered in full 3D, but it isn't 3D. You don't have full 3D movement, you just have 8-directional movement, which is a bit bizarre for a top-down maze-like Pac-Man game. So you could have, you move full control over the corridors. It doesn't really feel great. You should just be moving in the direction of the corridor, and you should be locked to it. I don't understand why I have to have full 8-directional movement. Some of the mazes do have wide open spaces with sort of like double rows of pellets, which is a bit bizarre, and I think that's why they've done this. But it ain't too hot, that maze design, it's got to be said. Lots of dead ends, not a big fan of that. I know I keep repeating myself on that, but please don't put dead ends in your Pac-Man clone. So the big selling point for this one, and the reason why it might be called HeavyPac, is because everything that Pac-Man does results in quotes from Heavy from Team Fortress 2.
Anyone there? They're ready for killing tiny cowards!
Which dates this in a dramatic way. It's such a product of its era when Team Fortress 2 was the big thing. Yeah, so that's daft and very stupid, and it gets quite annoying because he just doesn't shut up, unfortunately. It certainly makes it unique, and it's good for a laugh for all of about 30 seconds, but the longer you play this, the more you're absolutely assaulted by heavy quotes, and it does your head in. It just reminds you of how annoying memes can be. So yeah, it's meme Pac-Man, everyone. But otherwise, it plays fine. You get used to the 8-way control. There's a shitload of ghosts. It's probably a little bit too intense in that regard, but I suppose the AI isn't too great either, so you can counteract that in a way. You've got the same sort of power-up pills that allow you to eat the ghosts, but they look like cherries for some reason. And it's a bit boring to look at as well. It needs more style, needs a little bit more flair. It's just grey blocks against washed out green grassy surface, and it doesn't look too great. Yeah, not really a high recommendation for this one, but I suppose it's got something interesting going for it in that it's gonna bombard you with quotes from a Team Fortress 2 character, which will only be about as funny as 30 seconds of initially booting this up and giving it a go. So yeah, it gets tiresome pretty quick. I wouldn't really recommend it because I don't like that 8-way directional movement, but if you like memes, then this will give your mates a laugh for about 30 seconds.
I am coming for you again! Look at you, tiny, itty-bitty men running from your home!